We should have seized all Saudi Arabian assets in this country, declared war on Saudi Arabia, rounded up every one of their citizens living in our country and executed them on public television, and then fired multiple nuclear warheads at that country.
We are back with another video, and it's Sunday, so as promised, here's the next video of the week. Alright, so I know I did that video yesterday. It was just because I had a little bit of time. I was sitting there, a little bit bored, so I thought I'll make a little video using some of Jason Blaha's bullshit classic clips. I used to be a mercenary, don't you know? Yeah, so I mean, I had to put that crazy, insane music in the background because what he says is crazy and insane and completely unhinged. Anyway, so in this video, we're reviewing Jason Blaha's video, where he reviews Alpha Destiny's video. And the video in question is Can't Get Big from Strength Training. So this is Alpha Destiny's video, and Jason Blaha has decided to review it and try and clickbait the title and you know the rest, yeah, for the YouTube shekels. Gotta get them YouTube shekels. Don't want to do any work in my life, gotta get the YouTube shekels. Pretend I'm a YouTuber, a content creator, an influencer. That's Al Blaha. Anyway, so before we do venture into this video and then look at Jason Blaha's review video of this video, we just have a little look at Jason Blaha's community tab. Yeah, so here we are. We're on his YouTube page, and he's still got exactly the same subscribers, 110, all bought and paid for, thank you very much. Anyway, so this is where he is showing how alpha he is. I mean, what a joke. Look, people often request that if I do not wish to do a day of eating videos, we remember the day of eating videos where he was deep throating all the bananas for his G4P boys. Can I simply show my food? They want to know what I eat to recomposition while staying at 218 to 220 pounds and gaining strength as an advanced lifter. It's actually far more boring than you might think, so I decided to add some flair and make it a little bit more exciting. Hopefully this satisfies everyone's curiosity. So what are we looking at here?
Fuck this faggot.
I mean, could anyone be more pathetic? So, you know, picture paints 1,000 words. So he's settling down for a nice meal. And obviously, we have to look at where he's eating the meal. He's eating the meal in the gym room. Now, there's been a lot of speculation over, you know, exactly his living arrangements. So, we can see he's eating on the box that he jumps on. This is the box that he jumps on. So he's got a little stool, or probably that little squat thing that he sits and rests on halfway through his squat. You know, he says, I'm doing a box squat, I'm going deep. So he sits down, doesn't he, halfway through. We'll look at that in a minute. So he sits down halfway through a squat, a box squat, so has a little rest, needs to take the weight off his delicate little knees. So he's probably sitting on that, and he's eating his meal, if you want to call it that, on the box in the gym area. So make of that what you will. Now let's look at the picture itself and the food. So he's got what looks like a very, very cheap cut of meat with lots of fat. I mean, lots of fat. And look, is that bone in there, or is it just gristle? I don't know. But it looks like a real cheap piece of meat. Broccoli. Eggs, what are they, boiled? Salt. and milk. And of course, this. Who knows what it is? Maybe it's the only one he has left. But what is it? Is it a BB gun? Is it an air rifle? Who knows? But, you know, trying to be alpha, failing, you know, not even being beta, less than beta. Absolutely pathetic attempt at trying to be a tough guy. Jason Blaha, I know you're watching this. You always do. You can't resist. That's why as soon as it uploads, I get a dislike straight away, because it's you sitting there by your computer. I hope he doesn't do another video on me. I can't take any more humiliation. You humiliate yourself. I mean, this picture is humiliation in itself. But as discussed in previous videos, we think you actually get off on public humiliation. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, eating his meal in this room on that box with the cheapest cut of meat you can find. God knows how many eggs are here. I mean, there's at least, well, it looks like there's 6 eggs there. I mean, that is not a healthy diet. And he's got salt here as well. And then he just drinks a gallon of milk. And it wasn't long ago that he said he was lactose intolerant. And I think this is supposed to be some sort of keto diet. And he was slagging off keto, wasn't he? So Mr. Flip-Flop, I know he did a video, and I'm not going to get into that nonsense where he's flip-flopping. It's about him flip-flopping and changing his mind, saying, I grow as a person. I evolve. Physically, you've grown, yes, in girth, barrel-shaped. But, yeah, I mean, absolutely nonsense. All of this is nonsense, isn't it? But what's funnier is the comments, the comment section. Great to see you invested in Mike O'Hearn's duck eggs. Coach, what? We want to see you eating pizza and Taco Bell like the Hodge twins, not this stock photo you got on Google Images. So people just take the piss. Mocking him, humiliating him. Look, well, you're not saying keto is bad a few months ago. So people just, look, with a family history of heart disease at a young age as well, that killed many people in his family, and you're eating like this. Yikes, Jason. Look, is the rifle part of the diet? So all it is trolls. No seasoning, or at least some A1 sauce. Oh, salt and pepper. This is Texas steak, brother. It's all good. He's such an alpha. Coach, doesn't all that milk make you horribly gassy? Can you imagine? I mean, it must really stink, yeah, because he doesn't open the room, doesn't open the windows, does he?
Fuck this gay for pay faggot. Fuck him.
Keeps the door barricaded and locked because of the Muslims. Look, a gallon of bull semen a day. That is why people think you're taking gear. Your testosterone must be greatly enhanced. JK, did you kill the beef yourself? Just trolling him. Just a joke. No one takes him seriously. No one takes him seriously. But Now what exactly is lacking in your sense of self-esteem and manhood that you need to show an assault rifle on the dinner table? Grow up, dude. I mean, it is very childish. Look, this isn't an assault rifle. It's a protection rifle to protect me from the Muslims. And it's never assaulted anyone. Trying to add some fun and humor and failing miserably. Anyway, I mean, really is. I mean, Cope doesn't come close to describing this. This is just pathetic. I mean, everything about it says tragedy. Eating on the box that you jump on. Sitting on the squat seat thing that you sit on when you're doing your squats to eat at the box. You know, I mean, absolutely tragic. In the room that you train in. Eating the cheapest chunk of meat you can find. I mean, really bad. Anyway, so let's get back to, you know, if he doesn't want these things to be discussed, then he shouldn't put them out there. We're discussing them. He's a public figure, apparently, so we got to discuss these things. Anyway, so going back to the video in hand, and I mean, it's really tragic. Oh Christ, 11 minutes. Look, he's churning them out. He's got YouTube shekels, got to churn them out. You know, it's the drama videos where he clickbaits the title, the fake Q&A questions where he logs in and out of his sock accounts to ask questions and answer his own questions. Then you've got the more clickbait videos here. I mean, it absolutely reeks of desperation. Alpha Destiny, Alpha M. It's all clickbait. Look, Alan Thurston, you know, it's all clickbait. Athleen X, all clickbait. Desperate for money. You know, this is a channel that is in the really going down hard and fast. Anyway, so this is the video in question. We're not going to watch this straight away. We're not going to watch it straight away. We are going to watch and get a little glimpse at the real video, and then we'll look at Jason Blaha's review of the video.
Where are the size gains at? All right. Let's first explain that you're not going to get huge in a month of peaking. Your performance might jump up really quickly, but at the end of the day, strength training is a long-term commitment. It takes months, it takes years before you see physical improvements in the way it's actually noticeable. So yeah, you add 30 pounds to your bench, congratulations, but it's not enough. In fact, if you actually want to get big from this type of training, which I believe is the optimal way to do so when you're natural bodybuilding, you have to get strong. That means setting high expectations. So if you're like, oh, I'm strength training, if your bench is only at 200 pounds, yeah, you're on a good routine, you're doing things right, performance is going up, progressive overload is taking place, good job. But a 200-pound bench is not going to cut it for getting huge, at least the majority of you guys watching this video. You might acquire your first 10, 20 pounds of muscle, passing out this phase, but to really get jacked, to really get big, to the point where heads are turning, and you look like a fucking bodybuilder ready to compete on stage, it takes big numbers to do that. And the thing is, too, the closer you get to these bigger numbers, the more the progress slows down. Not only in terms of performance, adding weight to those numbers, but also the changes. Because you can only gain so much muscle on a year-to-year basis. Look at some of the natural muscle calculators out there. Look at the one by Lyle McDonald that he released a while back. So I hear a lot of guys complaining that, oh, it's because you're not training like a bodybuilder. You're not pumping enough. You're not doing enough bodybuilding strategies and shit. When in reality, it's just an issue of time. People are so fucking...
Yeah, so I think everyone, what he's saying is everyone's impatient and they all want to get big and they all want to look like they're going onto the stage at Mr. Olympia and they think they can do it overnight. That's it, you know. Forget the fact that these guys that do go on stage are on copious amounts of gear, let's say. So that's it. Thanks very much. Great video. Anyway, so why Jason Blaha needs to cover this is anyone's guess, but it's a young man, isn't it? So of course he'd like to cover it. He'd also like to cover that young man in something as well. But anyway, so let's listen. And I watched literally the first 10 seconds of this, and it seems Jason Blaha has a new intro, and he openly admits that he's stolen it from another YouTuber because the other YouTuber has tons of charisma and makes lots of money, and Jason Blaha would like both. So let's start his video and listen.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jason Blaha here, representing Jason Blaha Strength and Fitness. You guys know what time it is. Time to talk about current events in the online fitness community. And if you like these type of videos,
that voice. If you like this type of videos. Why does his voice go up like that?
You guys know what time it is. Time to talk about current events in the online fitness community. And if you like these type of videos, please remember to click like down below. If you aren't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Now, some of you guys are going to say, Jason, you totally stole that intro from Chris Jones. I did, but you know what? He's running a very, very successful business. I was just trying to steal some of his charisma to see if I can stack paper like he is. He's got plenty of charisma to go around. And I think those catch lines are a big part of it. He's probably made $1 million from those catch lines. So,
where do we begin? The fake Texan accent, you know, the southern drawl, as they call it, trying to put that on, you know, trying to mask his beta voice, you know, his high estrogen voice. I mean, absolutely. You know, trying to inject some charisma in. It's never going to happen, blah. You just, character, charisma, you've either got it or you haven't. And you clearly haven't. It's absolutely tragic. And why are you still wearing that shirt? It's turning dirtier and like darker, isn't it? I mean, it's a good job he doesn't go out. I wouldn't want to be standing in front of him or behind him in a grocery store or anything. I mean, the flies would be buzzing round like a fresh. I mean, absolutely disgusting. It must reek. It really must. Anyway, so let's just crack on with the nonsense. Hear what he has to say, and we're going to bounce around with a few other videos in this because. There's some funny little bits that I want to add to this. So we'll just let him start this one because this is a new one. Of course, it's a new one. He churns them out like there's no tomorrow, doesn't he? Got to get the YouTube shekels.
over to the point. A number of people linked me a video the other day that Alex over at Alpha Destiny did. Now, it's going to be one of those cases where I'm actually not going to be critical of Alex on this one. I know I'm trying to be not only positive lately, but when I do criticism, it's going to be constructive. And here's the only criticism I'm going to level against his video. He didn't go deep enough into the topic, right? That's not much of a criticism. It's like, well, you're essentially right. And he was essentially right. He did hit the high points. And I'm not going to disagree with those points because I think he got them right. The problem is that the topic itself is way more nuanced, and I feel like we need to dig deeper and understand it better. And he basically had one of those words like, he's like, look, you can't get big from strength training. And then he pointed out it's because people aren't gaining enough strength. He said they honestly think that if they put 10 pounds on their bench press or 10 pounds on their squat or whatever, that they are going to see an enormous payoff in size. But in the grand scheme of things, that's literally nothing, right? To put 10 pounds on a couple of different lifts
like he knows anything. Like Jason Blum, he knows anything. All he knows how to do is lift fake plates in a room on his own with no one around him. What's wrong with the stroke arm as well? Why is it like that? Well, it's just stuck out at a weird angle. Like, I can't do anything. My stroke arm. Yeah. Who holds their arm? I mean, a lot of people mention this all the time in my comment section. Why does he sit like that? You know, why does he sit like this? My arms. What's wrong with him? I don't know. I mean, these videos are just so dull and boring. I mean, he has to clickbait titles to get the shekels. And I'm sitting here just getting ideas for all the t-shirts as well. Shekels and all sorts, you know. Doing it for the shekels. But why does he do that? And who does he think he is where he can critique people that actually look like they lift? You know, you've got this thing sitting in a closet wearing the same clothes day in and day out. Probably got the same pair of pants on, underwear. you know, bringing shame to an American flag. I mean, he should take that down. He really should. You know, having veterans and people die for, you know, almost die for this, and people die for this flag. I mean, this guy just brings shame to it. I mean, he's absolutely a disgrace to this flag. So to have this person just sitting in a closet in his underwear in a smelly old t-shirt critiquing people, I mean, it's absolutely insane. I mean, where does he have, you know, where does he find the gall, you know, where does he find the balls to do this? Because they're certainly not in those dirty old underpants he's wearing. Anyway, so there's not really much to say about this video other than Jason Blaha's just reviewing it to clickbait it. That's it. He doesn't add anything to it. He doesn't bring anything to the table. He just sees a video, goes, oh, I'll do a video on that. Clickbait the title with the name of a more successful YouTuber. And he's got twice the amount of subs, real subs, that Blaha has. Almost twice the amount. And he started out way after. He actually, Alpha Destiny was a bit of a fanboy of this thing. And now he's far exceeded him and gone on strength to strength. He's making more money. He's got more followers. And this guy's just been left in the dust as a fraud and a fake and a liar and you know, just everything about him is lacks credibility. So anyway, so that's the end of that, because it is so dull. So we're going to have a little look at what's going on in the dungeon. And this is what he's sitting on to eat his bit of cheap steak and his boiled eggs. So on his box, you know, that's where his dinner. He's having dinner in his room there on the box with a gun in case the Muslims kick the window or the door in. Anyway, so let's have a little look, see what he's doing. You know, I think he's doing some box squats. Yeah, box squats are amazing, but getting people to do them to death is like pulling teeth. Well, he'd know about having teeth pulled out because most of them are rotting. And it's the old joke, I know, but his teeth are like the Spice Girls. There's 5 of them. They're all different colours, and they're all doing their own thing. I love that joke. Anyway, so let's see what he's doing in his room. It's an excuse for training that I think he's doing. He's doing some box squats where he sits down halfway through the rep. Probably only does the one, just the one. So let's have a look.
Fuck this gay
See
for pay
the
faggot.
muscle
Fuck him.
monster do some squats with some fake plates. You know these are fake. Maybe one on there is real, one on each side, but the other 2 are fake as hell. Anyway, so let's have a look. Let's have a laugh and see what's going on.
Everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and this is going to be one of these reoccurring topics for me. It's going to be one of those things that I probably need to cover pretty frequently. Because I prescribe box squats and because I'm a big fan of the box squat these days.
Oh,
And
the back fat, the thick layers of back fat, it's just not very pleasant, is it? The thunder thighs, the girth, the barrel-shaped girth, the curtains that are always drawn, that they've actually pinned. They're pinned to the wall to make sure the Muslims don't look in, so no one can get a camera in to see what he's doing in there when he's doing his G4P stuff. I don't know. It's all very bizarre, isn't it? It's a bizarre Blaha world. That's what it is. I mean, who would want to live like this? Locked away, fiddling with yourself, messing about with chains, straps, booty shorts, and knee-high socks. I mean, it's just a very bizarre way of living. Eating off a box. I mean, it's absolutely bizarre. It really is. I mean, I'm so glad he films it, because it's car crash TV. It really is. I mean, it's, you know, you watch all this, you know, my 1 ton life and all that stuff with these, you know, we love things like Jerry Springer, Maury, don't we? Dr. Phil. We love these shows, where we get a look into the life of a lunatic. We love them. So this is real. This is reality TV. This is car crash reality TV we've got here, and it's wonderful to watch. And thank you, Blaha, for allowing us to view your life. We watch it, Big Brother, don't we? We watch it all because we want to see what goes on behind people's doors, and we want to see the crazy things that crazy people do. And it's compulsive viewing. We want to see what these lunatics are doing when they're locked away in their rooms, locked away, not seeing anyone, looking out the window, see if anyone's out. We want to see these mad people, hoarders. We want to see them. So, big up Blaha for letting us see what goes on in his insane life. Anyway, so let's see him pretending to train, where there's a little sit down halfway through the rep, and he stands up again. I'm surprised he doesn't have a little nap or maybe a meal while he's halfway between a rep as he's sitting down. I'm surprised he hasn't got that box in front of him with a selection of small cakes and crisps or chips, as you call them in the UK, in America. Just on the box in front of him, so he can sit down halfway through the rep, have a little snack, and then finish the rep. Who knows? That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Have all of my clients box squat. The problem I run into...
And he sits down, he's up again.
Box squats are so great. Why don't you have them in any of your cookie cutter programs?
Just the one.
It's because simply put, a person
just the one as he marches off camera.
One teaching them a box squat is almost impossible. It is almost impossible.
It's got an extra fake plate on there. Look. Lovely. And he has a little sit down halfway through.
A lot of people will hear you say that and they'll laugh and be like, that can't be true. And it's like, I found even after I made that first video and I've taken on new clients, that getting someone to actually squat,
have a sit down, and he's up again.
Even after making multiple videos on it, people who've seen those videos, my success rate's only 50%.
Just the one.
I would say at this point,
always just the one.
The first time
I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous the way he trains, and obviously he doesn't like effort. I know he puts max effort in everything, but he doesn't like effort. He doesn't break a sweat. He's doing this G4P stuff just for the extra shekels. But this isn't about training, because if it was, he'd be looking much better than he does. Anyway, so we know what's going on here, don't we? So this is one that I found on a Blautism report, and it's him talking about how he shows respect to women. But what caught my eye was the little dumpster fella here. He deliberately takes off his rose-tinted glasses, and it looks like he's wearing eyeshadow, like a white eyeshadow. I mean, I've seen plenty of women wearing what he's wearing. It looks like he's got his upper eyelid in a very sort of whitey, sort of shiny pearl finish, and eyeliner. And he takes his glasses off, and he does this thing with his head like this, and he looks at the camera, all sort of fluttering his eyelids, and it looks like he's wearing makeup on his eyelids, and he's got eyeliner on, or maybe mascara. Any of you that have got older sisters, or you see them made up, or you have a girlfriend, fiance, or a wife, you've seen them wearing makeup. Even your mum, wears a bit of makeup when she's going down the bingo. But have a look. He's wearing makeup in this eyeliner. He's got his eyes made up. So I think this is maybe before he started to fully transition into Janet Blaha. She only comes out at the weekends when he's not making videos. Well, he's probably making videos, but not for YouTube. You know what I mean. So this is yeah, sort of testing the water, I think, you know, dipping his toe in, as it were. But he's wearing makeup in this, and it's absolutely horrendous. Watch this.
Yeah. Oh.
See, there's no reason for him to take.
Yeah.
There's no reason for him to take the glasses off when he does this, but he does it, and he's wearing makeup underneath, and that's why he takes the glasses off. I'm convinced.
Yeah. Oh.
Look, his eyes don't look like that. He's wearing eyeshadow and mascara. I think he's got a bit of like foundation on his face as well. I don't think this is his moon cookie time. He did this himself. It wasn't Moon Cookie cucking him. I think he's done this himself. He's putting a little bit of makeup on. So, I don't know, just an observation. Someone wanted to mention this. Someone sent me a little message to mention his reverse bench, £500 reverse bench. So this is apparently where this is where he talks about doing a £500 reverse bench in his 20s. So check this out. Look, what are your thoughts on a reverse bench press for people looking to develop whatever? But yeah, what are your thoughts on reverse bench press? So let's listen to him state clearly on video that in his 20s he used to reverse bench press 500 pounds.
And this is a fantastic question because it's actually a complicated question, more so than people might realize.
So back in the wheelchair days, when he was sort of, morbidly obese, and he was in the wheelchair, and he was probably in the wheelchair to just, get a bit more sort of disability benefit. He's got the bullet making machine here. And if you watch my old What Makes a Good Firearm channel, you'll see him shooting at the range. Shooting at the range. And this is, these are old bullets that he used to go down. Before he was banned from the range, he used to go down to the range and pick up all the old bullets and casings. Pick up all the old shells, the old empty used cartridges, the old shells. He'd pick them up. And then he'd bring them home like a little rat and remake them. And then when he tried to use them in the gun, you can see on that What Makes a Good Firearm channel video that I made a couple of videos back, the gun he's using actually jams 3 times. It jams 3 times while he's trying to shoot at the range. So he's there and the gun's jamming because the bullets he makes are so bad. They're so damaged and used up. He can't refab them properly. So the bullets are all jamming in his gun and everything. I'm surprised they didn't explode in his gun and take his hand off. But there you go. There's Blaha for you, Mr. Cheap. But let's get back to him talking about his £500 reverse bench press. I mean, he can't even bench press £500, nowhere near it. We've seen his best in competition from 5 years ago. So, the thought of him being able to reverse bench press £500 is a joke. And it's just more lies from that filthy, toothless gob that just spews out absolute vile verbal diarrhea. Anyway, let's listen to him lie again about reverse bench pressing £500.
But he wants to know, is the reverse grip bench press a great exercise? Does it work the upper chest more than the flat bench? What are the benefits of it? Why don't I recommend it for injury prevention? Because it does have an actual injury prevention component in there. So let me put on my +5 hat of weaponsmithing. Let's do a little bit of crafting and let's talk about it. Now, I used to actually use the reverse grip bench press quite.
So he's just about to lie to us and say that he used to reverse bench press 500 pounds. But what you can also hear is him gasping for air. Really, I mean, he's only sitting in his wheelchair here, you know, so why he'd be out of breath and gasping for air is anyone's guess. I mean, it shows how out of shape and how very unfit he was back then. I mean, he's not much fitter now, but I mean, really out of breath. I mean, almost like Elvis before he croaked, you know. Really out of breath, sweating heavily, you know, heavily overweight, but nowhere near the talent of Elvis, that's for sure.
Let's talk about it. Now, I used to actually use the reverse grip bench press quite a bit in my 20s. I was obviously a lot bigger and stronger then. I'll kind of flip in a photo so you guys can.
This is when he was much bigger and stronger, guys. Look, you know, I mean, I use this this picture a lot anyway when I'm roasting him. But all you can see in this is synthocytes. Massive, what looks like an abscess here, or soon to be abscess. This isn't muscle. That's his little muscle there, bicep. This is all syntho. All syntho. Look at the lack of chest development and the gyno from all the heavy amounts of estrogen that's in his body. Massive estrogen creating all this gyno around here. Look at that. You know, tiny little, this is probably syntho as well. That looks like a bit of a weird lump there. And you know he's banging syntho into his shoulders as well. Absolutely ridiculous. And obviously the male pattern baldness. You know, this is in his 20s. If you're going to go bald, you're going to go bald in your 20s. Luckily, I mean, I've still got plenty of hair, you know, that I can do things with. But I'm 47. So I've always had a high hairline. You can see that from my old pictures. But, you know, I've still got a head of hair, not much thinner or finer than it was in my 20s. So if you are going bald, unfortunately, it will happen in your 20s. You just need to look at the royal, you know, Harry and Prince Philip for that. I mean, they went, Prince Philip, Prince Harry and Prince William for that, because they went bald very early. And it's really tragic when it happens in your 20s. But, you know, this is him. This is real male pattern baldness. I mean, we all know what male pattern baldness looks like, and that is it. So if you want proof that he's bald, this was him in his 20s. So by now, his hairline will be up halfway past his head, and he's seriously bald by now. And he's around the crown area as well will be heavily sort of bald as well. All right, so yeah, all we can see here is just synthocytes. That's all we can see.
Could see that to get an idea. Back at that time, I was probably.
And what is this? I mean, it looks very disturbing anyway. Him with a young child. I think it's a female child. But what's he trying to prove with this? That he's got really thin, small bone structure, thin little forearms, very underdeveloped, and he's got a load of syntho in his bicep. Is that what he's showing us? Look at it. Synthoed up. But he's using this to say that he was jacked and massive. And this, when he was this big, he was reverse bench pressing 500 pounds. Absolute rubbish.
See that to get an idea.
Look at that. He thinks he's big there. He thinks he's jacked. He's just a mess of syntho and estrogen. But anyway.
Yeah. Back at that time, I was probably able to reverse grip 500 pounds for a.
Reverse grip. Back then, when he was that jacked, he could reverse grip 500 pounds. You heard him.
I was probably able to reverse grip 500 pounds for a max. So that should tell you something about the exercise, that I did work it quite a bit. But that being said, it has some problems with it. Now, one of the things I will note, I found very quickly that once I've been doing the reverse grip for a few weeks, I was able to do 10 to 20 pounds more for the same number of reps on the reverse grip that I was able to do on a normal bench press. Some guys find that with their leverages. And the thing is, because of that, some guys have gone over to it for powerlifting. At one time, a guy had set a world record in the bench press using the reverse grip. However, some powerlifting federations have banned it, and some have not. Again, controversial topic. I personally choose not to utilize this exercise anymore. So, what's going on with it? Benefits of the reverse grip bench press. Well, the thing is, it puts a lot of things in your body in a completely different set of leverages than most of us are used to.
Anyway, so he just goes on about, you know, stuff that he Googled regarding the reverse bench press. He never reverse bench pressed anything. You know, he never did that. Certainly not 500 pounds. He couldn't even deadlift 500 pounds. He's just got a bar full of fake weights and all the nonsense. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it there because, you know, his new videos are just quite boring, really. We know that. Unless they're clickbaiting, you know, they don't make any money. No one wants to see it. No one wants to listen to him ramble on for 10 minutes about nonsense and just keep repeating himself. So, going to leave it there. So what we're going to talk about now really is just my next sort of playlist, if you want. I'm gonna be putting together a vlog, if you want to call it that. I don't like that word because it's too sort of. I just don't like the word. It's a stupid word, vlog. I'm going to vlog. I'm going to do it in a vlog. It's just a pathetic sort of new sort of nonsense word, and it means nothing. Video log. So I'm going to be recording my journey to Texas. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be recording my fitness journey to Texas. Obviously, you guys know I haven't been on the mat judoing for a couple of months now. So I've been working on my fitness, just getting my fitness back a little bit. But nothing gets you fighting fit like fighting. You have to fight to be fighting fit. You can run, you can work out in the gym and all that stuff, but nothing will get you fighting fit unless you're fighting. So this is it. So tomorrow I'm making my first venture back onto the mat. For a couple of months, yeah. So I haven't been to judo for a couple of months just because I've been so busy, and I'm going to be vlogging it. So I'm going to be using that word, yeah, vlogging it. I'm going to be videoing what happens, making a little video series of my journey to Texas to fight the the monster. Yeah. So we're going to be I'm going to be filming my journey there. You know, the training, some of the training I'm doing. And just the journey back to fighting fitness, so that when I go to Texas to face the beast, the monster, the man that's bigger than Sergeant Aubray, yeah, I'm ready for him. Okay, so that is it. I'm going to be doing a little video diary of my training, so that as well as the roasts and all the rest of it. Okay, so got a GoFundMe page to try and get me out there. You know, we're just waiting for the confirmation from Mr. Blaha if he wants to take me up on the offer. I'm not going away. I'm going to be there. Yeah. So got the GoFundMe page. Check that out. Yeah, if you can contribute to that, that'd be amazing. If you want to contribute to the channel, there's Patreon and PayPal. I don't ask you to, I don't beg you to, but if you want to contribute because you like what I do, then all that money will be invested back into the channel. We do have a couple of new things in the VKVDM merch store at Teespring. Yep, so this is something I made up the other day. Someone was asking for a coffee mug, so here's a coffee mug that I quickly knocked up. So I'm just gonna, you know, I like to just create these things. So I'm gonna be always on Teespring making new new t-shirts and little bits and bobs. So this is real coffee, real sips. Yeah, and on the reverse of that we have fake Merc. So hashtag fake Merc. So we got real coffee, real sips with a camo background, and fake Merc, hashtag fake Merc there. What else do we have? What else do we have on the Teespring? I made another t-shirt as well for someone said, do you have this t-shirt, the fake Merc Hunter, without the fake Merc Hunter written on it, with just a VKVDM logo across it? So I did this one. That's just got a simple little VKVDM across the left breast, as you were, and VKVDM across the right shoulder or cuff, with the American flag on the back, distressed American flag there. So just a couple of additions to the VKVDM merch store, and yeah, I hope you like them. So that is it. Support the channel by sharing and subscribing. Make sure you do subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So until next time, I'm going to be out of here, but first I got to say, share the videos. We've got to get the numbers up to 1,000 subs so that we can his face so we can start doing live streams and all that stuff. Yeah, because I want to do live streams so I can interact with you guys in real time. So do a live stream. So like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell a family, get the numbers up to over 1,000. But most of all, the way you can contribute is like, subscribe, but also leave a comment down below. Leave a comment down below, because those comments are amazing. And the video I made about the t-shirts, well, you guys just outdid yourself. Got so many good ideas from that to put on t-shirts and all that stuff. So I'm going to say goodbye until next time, and I'm out of here.
Let me put the nail in this coffin real tight. God hates a coward. God hates a coward. 21:8 says, but the cowardly and the unbelievers, murderers, the sexually immoral, sorcerers, idolaters, and all liars shall have their part in the lake of fire, which is the second death. God wrote that, I didn't.
Hey, fuck this Haji. I'm going to shoot him in the gut at 300 yards and let him bleed out for a little while. And then when he's too weak to fight back, me and my friends are going to go pick him up and have a little fun with him and make him fucking talk before we feed him to the pigs.